Oh, you thought I didn't know? You thought because I'm healing honey, because I'm on a spiritual journey, you guys thought I was asleep on this? No. Situationships. Sneaky links. You guys, I don't know if it's because summer is coming up or what. We're about to be outside. It's getting warmer. I want to talk about situationships, okay? It's been on my mind a lot. Sneaky links. Do you got a sneaky link? Yes, I'm talking to you. All right, let's talk about sneaky links. Let's talk about situationships. I'm about to get on your business for a minute.
So I'm here. This is your business right here. The issue is, instead of you being here, you over here in my business. What I need you to do is exit this one and then move over here.
Like, this is gonna be why you do not need a sneaky link this summer, okay? Do people still say, I don't know. Okay, look, a sneaky link. What is it? We're grown out here. Be for real. Do you got a sneaky link? We are grown. What are you sneaking around for? In all seriousness, if you don't know, a situationship, right? You could be a whole grown adult out here in a situationship, which is two people coming together to, you know, hook up, but they're not in a relationship. They're not committed to each other, and they feel they gotta be sneaky with it. So, like, the reason why I wanted to make this, you guys, for real, you know, if you're on this channel, we talk about self-love a lot, and we talk about our spiritual journey and celibacy. I keep it real on here, healing, right? Healing honey. But I don't want you guys to think that I haven't been through some stuff in my own life, right? And so when I speak to you, I'm not just talking. What I'm saying is from real life experience. And so I'm gonna let you know, like, I'm gonna keep it real, why you do not need a sneaky link or any type of situationship ever, but especially if you're grown out here, but even if you're younger. Okay, so let's get into it. Most people think that, or most people say that a situationship, a sneaky link, just somebody that you just hook up with, it's very convenient because there's no strings attached and you don't have to get your feelings all the way involved. So, like, you're not gonna get hurt, you don't care what the other person does, you go about your life, so you don't have to commit. You don't have to bother texting them, checking up on them, really, like, caring about them, besides when you're in the moment being physical with each other, hooking up. And that you could just stay friends, you could just have fun, all the good stuff, but none of the bad stuff. So it sounds like a good deal, right? Like, and then it's nobody's in your business. It's just you two. You guys are growing. You decided to do it. So it sounds good. But is it though? You guys, what I found on my own journey is when I took a step back from stuff like that, it's a lot of things. One thing is that as you start to mature, when you start to find out who you really are, and you're starting to get real with yourself, you're gonna need to face yourself and ask yourself some deep questions, like why you want to do that, right? Because it's always, our behaviors are a reflection of how we feel inside, whether or not we know how we feel inside. And so, you know, a lot of times situationships, it just comes from fear of not wanting to commit to somebody, fear of like opening up, vulnerability, also promiscuity, okay, lust. Yes, love versus lust. And it's tricky because you might think like, oh, I just want to be free, like, oh, I'm just free out here, I'm free to do what I want to do. And you are. I'm not here to judge you, and I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just giving you some perspective of what I've learned on my own healing journey and self-love journey. Like, when you love yourself, you got to keep it real with yourself. And so authenticity means why, like looking at the why. So can you face your shadows? If you're out here just having sex with somebody, but you don't really care about them and they don't really care about you, like on a deep level, you have to ask yourself why. You might be surprised what you'll learn about yourself when you do. Situationships, why you don't need a sneaky link this summer is that it's gonna take you nowhere fast. Like, it's gonna end up hurting you, hurting your mind, hurting your heart. It could hurt your body because we're sacred out here. The divine is within you. And so the world is actively trying to make you feel like you're nothing. It doesn't matter. You could do whatever, YOLO. But everything you do has a consequence. If you don't respect yourself, if you don't take care of yourself, that means your mind, your heart, your body, you can face some hell. You can face hell, you know. You can face some tough consequences. And so it's pretty crazy to think that a lot of people think they can just have sex with somebody and nothing's gonna happen. Like, it's just the pleasure. It was just in the moment, it's whatever. But whether you're a man or you're a woman, it's going to affect you on a deep level. You will create a soul tie with this other person, this other being. And sex is an energy transfer. So when two people come together, you are taking on their whole self, their whole energy, their whole vibration, their traumas, their mind. Like, you're merging into one. Sex is that physical act where two people become one in that moment. And so, especially if you don't know this person very well, or where are their intentions, because stuff like sneaky links, situationships, like, that's normally tied around with other lustful things like pornography or flipping through the phone looking at, you know, sexual stuff, and your mind's going here, there, like, and that stuff you really don't want to play with. So you might think you're just having fun. You might think like, oh, you know, you're out, maybe you're drinking. It's impossible to have a healthy mindset and be in a situationship. It's impossible to have a healthy spirit and be involved with a sneaky link. Like, you can't play both sides. You have to choose up. And for me, I just learned that it was getting me nowhere. Like, especially my ladies. Sex is not that it's a tool. It's not that we have to weaponize it and use it for our advantage. Like, relationships and love, it's not a war, it's not a game, but it's about should we open ourselves up to a guy and he doesn't truly respect himself or you, if he can't even commit to you. Like, he don't even care about you. He's just using you for your body, and you're just using him for his body. And so it's not okay, it's not right, it's not cool. This is why you don't need a sneaky link this summer. Like, guys, when did we get so confused to think that sex is a game and just a tool for pleasure? Like, when did we get so distorted in our minds as a society that we have really fallen so far, like, from who we really are? It's really crazy to think that you could do the most intimate physical act that you could possibly do as a human with another human and think it don't mean nothing. Think it's not a big deal. Just be like, it's whatever. It's like you're chasing a thrill. You're chasing that excitement, but you got to ask yourself why. And it's deeper. And that's why it ties into healing. It ties into self-love, because you want to be able to be in a place where you have self-control, where you have boundaries for yourself, where, okay, I'm going to engage in sex when it's meaningful, when there's real love there. And there's no real love there if you can't even commit to this person. Like, if you don't even care how their day went, if you're not talking to them, sharing a life with them. Like, sex is you create an intimate bond and connection with somebody. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to really feel good. Not just in the moment, but deep connection. And so it's like we're missing the point of sex, and we're like misusing it. And it's everywhere. It's everywhere you look, and you don't need a sneaky link. What are you sneaking around for? Like, that whole little thing, that lets you know right there, you must feel you're doing something wrong. Why are y'all sneaking around? And you might be like, I'm grown, I'm gonna do whatever. Yeah, you can. But a situationship is always more to it. it it looks real shiny and glossy, but it's deeper rooted problems there. And now you sharing in it with somebody else, creating a bigger mess. And once you lay down and or wherever y'all are doing, once you have sex with somebody, why it plays mind games with you is because then when you get up and go about your everyday life, the next day, the next week, the next month, you're gonna be like thinking about this person. They're all up in your energy field. You're going to have some type of feelings there, whether you want to admit it or not. But yet you guys have decided to not be in a relationship. So that's where you all confused. You're discombobulated out here, okay? Your mind is like, I like them. I'm attracted to them. I'm gonna mess with them. We're gonna go all the way there. But then your feelings are like into it, right? Or maybe you're feeling passionate. Maybe you're feeling whatever. You might mistake it as love or whatever, and then you go ahead and do it physically. But then after, it's not a real relationship. So you confuse, like you having feelings, deeper feelings, but you're not supposed to. And maybe you see them with somebody else, but they're not with you. You're talking to someone else, they get upset, but you're not together. And now you are together. Now you're not together. Sometimes you're together. You're together, but you're also with other people. Like, it is a hot mess. And I'm gonna just keep it real with you on here. Like, what do you think we're healing from, you guys? Like, that's why I talk about things like celibacy, cleansing yourself, taking a break. Whether you were in a committed relationship, whether you were in a marriage or situationship or single, but celibacy serves you because, okay, just take a break so that you can get to know you, cleanse yourself and heal yourself, like from the inside out, and learn to love yourself. When you learn to love yourself, you're gonna create standards for yourself because you're working on yourself. So you're like, okay, I've done this work on myself. I've got to my root issues. I've had to face them. I've had to shine light on them, love myself through it, forgive and release, let things go. I'm into a new version of myself, rebirth, right? And it's like a cleansing process. Think about you taking like an hour-long bubble bath, right? You're doing all the stuff. Come out and you dry off and you put on your lotions and your oils and you're nice and clean. You're squeaky clean. That's what a healing journey, that's the journey that you're on. And so then something like a situationship is going to get you like just all real messy again. It's messy. Drop me a comment. Do you agree? And there was somebody in my life for a while, but we try to see this not too deep, but it was a lot underneath it. And this is why it could be dangerous. And so I'm just for healthy connections now. Everything in your life is going to serve you. Everything in your life is going to teach you one thing or another. But you are worth so much more than a situationship. Are you? No. And it goes both ways. It's not just fellas doing it to women. It's also women doing it to men. And it's like we're using each other for the wrong reasons and avoiding our own selves, because deep in your soul and your spirit, something might feel off. And that's where you want to shine the light. You want to know, like, okay, well, what's in me that is going to mess with this person, but it's not like for real, or I don't really love them. And it could be a range of things that may want to surface for your attention. And things like fearing love, fear to go too deep. Okay, but why though? Pain, right? And so then that's like where you would need to build courage and also have trust in the divine. Fear that, there's no real love out there, so I'm gonna just do this. Or again, how we talked about lust, just moving off your physical desires, but it's not really gonna fulfill you. The thing with lust is that it's so enticing, right? You do it thinking it's going to satisfy you, but then after, you just want more. Like after you didn't really, if satisfied you for a second, and then the very next second you feel empty. You feel like, but with love, let's say you have sex when you're in love, you get that thrill or whatever, that pleasure, but then after it's like you actually love that person, so the connection continues, the intimacy continues, that minute after, hour after, day after, year after, and it's going deeper, and there's like a safe space created to live and grow. And I had to really heal my mind to discover these things. I had to take a break from the BS and just from really the world, because I'm not, like I said, everybody is in a different situation, everybody's at a different place in their journey, but I felt like, you know what, let me talk about this. Summer's coming up, like, people out here with their stinky links, like, nah. And also just like self-worth, you know, because you want to know that you're worthy of your own love and respect first. And if you don't have your own self-love and respect, then you're not going to get it out here in the world, because the world's a reflection of what's within. So you're just going to be settling. And it's kind of crazy, because I remember thinking, like, in my head, like, well, I'm powerful, like, I'm the one in control, because everybody else out here is dealing with BS in their relationships, but I just get what I want, and then we go about our day. And, you know, he looks like this, he's fine, so whatever, like, he's gonna satisfy me, like, and all of that, thinking like, but it wasn't true, like, it wasn't real. And then again, it messes with your mental health. Like, now I think of a situationship and I'm like, ew, like, nah, it's not about the person or any of that, it's just about the behavior. Like, I'm worth more than that. I'm worth real love. There's real love out here. I love myself. So I've created boundaries in my life and standards in my life. You might think you're hot shit if you have a situationship, right? But from my experience, like, it's just gonna end up really messing with you inside and destroying your inner peace. You can't really find balance and stability in your own self, because you just kind of like all over the place. A situationship is like, there's no stability, it's on shaky ground, and it's lustful and it's not pure. And so, like, did God create us for a situationship? No. What? No. We might think it's cute when we're younger, whatever. Oh, it's not a big deal, whatever. But it is, though. And it's going to catch up with you. And it's like you running into a brick wall. That's how I see it now. Like, it's a waste of time. Somebody in the world is going to get up on here and defend their situationship. That's fine, right? Okay. You're happy. They're happy. You know, whatever floats your boat. But I just wanted to share, like, why you don't, like, on some real stuff, like, why you don't need a sneaky link this summer. You're too beautiful for that. You're too valuable for that. You're too powerful for that. We're glowing up, like, from the inside out. And once again, I am not for using sex as a tool out here, like withholding because you, whatever your reasons. No, but it's also not about exploiting your own self and just not valuing yourself and just being like, well, like cheapening yourself to a quick thrill. That's how I see it now. What does a healthy relationship look like? It looks like you pour, they pour. It looks like they care about you inside, not just how you look outside. They're there for you. You guys have a strong bond, a strong friendship. There's respect there. They're there when you need them. You know, you're going through a rough time. They're there with you. They encourage you. They got your back. They uplift you. They're honest with you. They hold you accountable. These are what real relationships look like. Not just people pleasers, not just somebody who's in and out, not just lust, not just somebody who wants to use you and abuse you, basically. And so I just had to bring this message to you guys out here because I know there's just like a lot of crazy stuff, especially online, social media. The only person you should be seducing, ladies, is your man, like your husband. For real, that's how I feel about it. So draw me a comment, let me know what you think. Do you have a sneaky link, or have you cut yourself free? So it's not about shade, it's not about the other person, oh, I cut them loose. No, it's about us, like it's about yourself. And so You guys know that I'm over 3 years celibate and my mind has just shifted so much. I feel for the better. Elevation, growth, spiritual growth, and that's what I'm here to share with you guys. So I'm sending you so much love and so much power and healing into your life. Drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time.